All right, got my Harbor Freight engine hoist today because those who know about my car know that I bought a 58 235 and it turned out to be crap. So I'm putting this beast back in, but I had no way to get it from here either in the car or to the back of the Jeep so I could take it over to the shop and do it. So pick this up. It cost me $161 out the door. And for those who are concerned, I've been reading a bunch of threads on it and all that. It is ANSI certified. A bunch of people were like, if it's not ANSI certified, it's a piece of junk and don't buy it and this and that. I would never buy Harbor Freight. It's ANSI certified, not to worry. So I just cracked open the first box, the flat box. And this one's a beast, man. It's heavy. So it came with, and there's 1,000 videos of this all over YouTube because I've been watching them all. Came with the base. Of course, it's the bottom side up. The screws that hold the two smaller middle wheels in were already screwed in there. I left one in there when I decided to make a video about this. You can see the difference in size on the wheels. Kind of. Sit it side by side. You should be able to tell. There, I'll do it this way. So the two small wheels go at the front of here. And the only purpose they serve is when you fold up the legs. That's how it rolls. Otherwise, it would just tip forward. Of course, it comes with the two small wheels. Here's the other small wheel. Two large wheels. Directions. And the bolts are pretty well packed in these pins right here. Those are for the legs. The bolts are pretty well packaged. Of course, they didn't really stay where they were supposed to. Hopefully I have all the right size sockets. They're all metric, of course. Why wouldn't they be? Tons of slag in this box. I heard about it, but I didn't really. If you listen, you hear it rolling. Now there was a lot of it. It was bad. I dumped most of it out because I didn't want that mess getting in the wheel bearings. Or those bearings, which it already has. I definitely don't want them getting in my motor or in any of the parts. And by the way, all this is for sale. If anybody's looking for anything, let me know. Got a torque tube 3-speed in perfect condition. Cross member. That's from a 53 Chevy. 58 truck 3-speed that came with the motor. Truck bell housing, all that mess. Water pump and pulley. 355 Power Glide rear out of my 51 with the torque tube, and the Power Glide itself out of my 51 with the adapter plate, the torque converter, the flex plate, the U-joint, the cooler, the bell housing brackets, the dipstick, the transmission itself, which is spotless inside. It's a beautiful thing. That's it. Power Glide. Alright, back to work. I'm going to pause it. I'm going to go ahead and screw this on. And so far, I used a 9/16. But I'm sure it was supposed to be 14 millimeter. But it just doesn't matter. Where's the size? There it is. Kind of see it anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and screw these on. And I shall return. Alright, that wheel's on. Took me probably 15 seconds. I'm going to keep pausing as I do these things and then re-recording or restarting every time. Otherwise, my phone will cut off and the video will be shot. So now I have to dig out some of these right here and some of these right here and bolt these wheels right there. I'll be back. All right. Not done with this one yet. I just wanted to point out that this right here is a super tight squeeze. to get to those to get those nuts on those bolts back there. Pretty much, you're holding the nut like this, and when you get close, you just pop it right on there. All right, I'll be back. One wheel down, one to go. Well, the second wheel went on 50 times faster than the first wheel. That's for sure. So that's it. Now, this thing is pretty hefty. It weighs, I don't know how much it weighs, but it's not, you're not going to be tossing it around, that's for sure. ANSI certified again. That's the 2-ton. I don't know about the 1-ton now. I could be wrong about the 1-ton. But 2-ton is anyway. It's welded here, and of course all around the underside and up the other way. I was thinking about throwing some weld in right. Can't really see it, but along the inside of these. Where is it? Like down in here where it goes down. I was thinking about welding that up, but I don't think it's gonna need it, because apparently if it's ANSI certified, it'll hold the 2 tons. I'm only asking it to hold 700 pounds, so it should be a-okay. All right, about to open this box and see what's happening in there. Just real quick, I decided just to put those pins in here just to get them out of the way. Those bad boys are beefy. I was planning on using bolts here and using the pin for the slide out part on the crane, but I don't know if it's gonna fit. We'll have to wait till I get it together and we'll see. All right, there's how it gets packaged. I could lay it down, but I just don't feel like it, because this is the space I'm working in. That's my foot, to give you an idea of how much room I have to work here. So, not much. All right, let me pull this stuff out and see what we got. All right, this is the next piece we're putting on. That's the upright, the main support for the entire thing. There's one leg, 2 legs, of course the crane arm that extends out. It goes to about here, give or take a little bit, and slides on out. A handle, the pump arm, these 2 support braces that keep the whole thing from pulling forward, and the pump itself. Heavy duty, baby. Now, this is my base. Cost me $161 out the door. My intentions are this. I'm going to take these casters off of here. I'm going to get, I believe it's 2x2 square tubing, and I'm going to drill holes through here. Just like that. Same exact thing as this I'm doing here. All along here, and all along here on the legs. I'm going to make it exactly like this, where it slides in and out. Right? So that's how long they are now. I don't know how long they are. It probably gives you about, we'll say about 4 feet of length. I'm going to make it so it extends out to about 7 feet. No, maybe not 7. But it's going to essentially be able to double the length, pretty much. I'm going to get the same square tubing, and I'm going to make this, I'm going to extend it probably another foot. Because when I was putting this motor, or pulling this motor out and in, I had to take the bumper off because it was just, the arm was too short. So I'm going to extend it another foot. I'm going to get a trailer hitch, how it has the extra metal around here, the extra thick, like 1/4-inch steel. I'm going to put that on there and weld it around to make it stronger. And where normally, say I would pull this out to 1 ton, it's going to come back to 1.5 tons. I'm going to make it about that long. Might even just double it. I don't know yet. But all right, let me stop talking and start putting this thing together. I'm going to shorten that chain too. All right. Here we go. Time to bolt this on. Upright's bolted on. Not supported by anything, but bolted on nonetheless. I haven't actually tightened it down yet. The nice thing about this is, I'll show you an example. It says number 8 for the bolts. Find number 8, 14100. It's got it all labeled for you. Of course, I tore it to shreds, but 14100 tells you exactly which bolts it is. So yeah, pretty cool. All right, let's see what's next. Looks like those braces are the next thing up. All right. All right, 2 things. On literally every video I've watched, it says once you bolt this on and you go to bolt the bottoms on, it's not going to stretch, or it's not going to reach, because these are too long. And you have to loosen those bolts and raise it up to be able to bolt it, and then that doesn't sit flush once you tighten everything down. Mine fit perfectly fine. I don't know why. I don't know if they modified it. Maybe they got a bunch of complaints and modified it, or what. One other thing. That's what I had to resort to, because I didn't have a wrench. Wrench or a socket big enough. So it's about to be a slow going process. So I'll be right back once I get it all tightened down. Oh my God. I'm so glad the ratchet was invented. I have no idea what size sockets and wrenches this would take, but I wish I did, and I wish I had them. That was a painful process right there. Anyway, whole thing's bolted together. I mean, that's pretty much it. Let me see. Got to put the top arm on, or whatever you call it, which is, where is it? Focus, baby. Bolt 16. So let's see what bolt 16 is. 16 110. That's this one. We need that. We need that. There you go. Ripped off. Which one was 16 110? There it was. 16 110. That's where this came from. We'll grab that and put it on. Well, that was quick and easy. Now, of course, you don't want to tighten this too much, because it'll squeeze these in, and your arm will, the ram will be fighting the arm, trying to raise and lower it. No bueno. Oh, I'm also gonna get some flat metal, probably 3/16 or so, and I'm going to, I don't know if I'm going to cut it out this same shape or not. I haven't decided yet, but I'm going to weld it all along both sides to keep this thing from ever wanting to bend. And when I buy this piece, the 2x2, to extend it, I'm getting 1/4 inch thick, whereas this is like, of course you can't see it, might be like 1/8, maybe, but I don't think so. Yeah, maybe it's 1/8. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to make it way thicker. Alright, what's next? Let's have a look. The ram itself, let's see. So we need bolt 11 and bolt 20. And of course I rock this instruction sheet right here. Let's see. Bolt 11 goes at the top, bolt 20 at the bottom. Bolt 11 is what? 16 by 80. That's 16 by 80 right here, so that's bolt 11. And bolt 20, 16 by 90. That's bolt 20 right there. All right, perfect. It's on. It's all bolted together. And I believe that's the last step. That's it. Now I have to bleed it And I have to add some more fluid, apparently. Bunch of trash. Got an engine hoist. Really? It took me like a half an hour to make this thing. Video's 15 minutes long. Those just get held on by the pin, so there's no point in showing you that. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna bleed this thing real fast and see how she turns out. Now here's the deal with this thing. You gotta pop that little rubber plug out right there. Unscrew this so it comes all the way down. Pour jack oil in there till it just starts dribbling out of there, just like a transmission or whatever, and pump away. And it gets all the air out of there. The people that have the sagging cylinders and all that, because they didn't bleed it. So that's it. It's all done. I'm going to bleed it now. I'm going to end the video. Bleed the jack. Oh, I'm also going to make this bent and probably weld that in there at this angle so you're pumping like that. And I'm going to weld a screwdriver handle or something on there. So you just boop, boop, and it does its thing. Drops it and locks it. Alright, that's it. We'll be putting this thing to use soon.